Hello, Sultan.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you?
How are you? I'm well, thank you very much, Sultan. My name is Nigel, and I'm from the UK. I'm from London. And
Mhm.
what about you? Where are you from?
So, first of all, nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet
And
you also.
I'm from Pakistan, but I
Okay.
live in Saudi Arabia.
Ah, okay, good,
Mhm.
fantastic. And so, where in Pakistan do you live? What's the city? Where
Uh,
you normally? What is the name of your city before you traveled to Saudi Arabia?
okay. So, it's Karachi,
Ah, yes,
Pakistan.
yes, yes, yes. And then
Have you heard of this place?
yes, yes, it's extremely well known, Karachi. It's very well known in the UK. So yes, there's a huge Indian and Pakistani community in the UK. So Karachi is extremely well known, actually.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yes.
Mhm.
So I mean, this is one of the good things about the UK. It is so diverse. You have
Mhm.
some cities in the north of England where the populations are predominantly Muslim, so predominantly Indian, Pakistan. So this is normal. You have some
Right.
communities, some areas where it's a lot of black people, Caribbeans, for example,
Mhm.
Africans. So this is why I love the UK because of the diversity. Yes. So, so,
Right.
so tell
Right.
me, Sultan. I mean, in my experience, many Pakistani people can speak English extremely well. So why are you trying to improve your English? Because just from our small interactions already, it sounds like your English is fairly good.
Thank you very much. I just want to practice my English because you know that if you learn a different language and if you don't practice, so you forget that language. So that's that's the reason I'm here. I just want to practice my English. Yeah,
There's a phrase we use here. I've just typed it down. If you don't use it, you lose it, which is
right,
what you are saying. If you don't practice, if you don't continue to use it, you lose that art form. So yes, that's how we say it
right,
in summary. If you don't use it, you lose it. It's nice and
right.
catchy. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Actually, this is a sentence which I came across while listening to an audiobook, and I did like I liked that sentence and I jot it down. Yeah.
Good.
You
Good.
if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've heard this before then.
Yes. Just maybe a week ago.
Ah, okay, good.
Mhm.
Well, I'm glad that it's still fresh in your memory.
Yes, it is.
So tell me, Sultan, three things which you like to do in your spare time. So list three things which you like to do in your spare time when you're not studying or when you're not in Cambly. Tell me three things you enjoy.
So first of all, I like to read books.
Hmm.
Secondly, I also watch movies. Third thing, sometimes I try to write something.
Okay,
Uh, yeah, but most of the time I watch movies.
I'll give some clarification on how you could say that differently. However, before we do that, let's say you said you like reading books, okay? Now,
Mhm.
if you do like reading books, here's another word you can use. Can you read that word?
Right. Mhm. Yes,
Can you read that word? Go on.
I'm an avid reader,
Yes,
like keen reader.
exactly. Yes, keen,
Mhm.
interested. So instead of using this word, I like, often you can say, I'm an avid reader. This will show the person that you have a good command of the English language. Also,
Right.
I'm going to write this for you. Read those for me, please, Sultan, and then I will explain.
I like, I love, I enjoy, I'm passionate about.
Fantastic, good. Right. So the reason why I've put those there is because when I asked about what the things which you like or enjoy doing in your spare time, of course you said
Mhm.
I like reading books. You said secondly watching movies. You also like to write, and then you said, but mostly it's you like to watch movies. So the thing with just that little sentence there is that we've repeated the word I like a fair bit, which is the reason
Okay.
why I've given avid as another word to avoid using
Mhm.
I like. But we could handle that sentence differently. We could say, for example, um, I like to read books. I love to watch movies. Um, I am passionate about learning. I enjoy Western movies. That's my favorite genre. Because
Mhm.
there, just in that small little sentence, we have used all of those four expressions. And so
Right.
it's just nicer because when I write
Mhm.
articles, for example, um, I try to avoid in a sentence having a duplicated word.
Repetition.
Yes, exactly, repetition. And it's the same
Mhm.
also with when we speak. We don't want to have too much repetition. So we
Right.
can, in fact, use words instead, such as avid or enjoy or passionate about, because this will help to eliminate that repetition in future. So,
Right.
these are good words which you're able to incorporate because, of course, I know that you know these words. Of
Mhm.
course, you do, but it's just about when you are speaking, you will have that little jolt, that little reminder. Actually, I've said this word twice. Let me make sure I don't use it a third time. Otherwise, that person is going to be thinking, I only know these words. So,
Yeah, you are right. But to be very honest with you, it happens. You have plenty of words in your mind, but when it comes to speak English, you forget everything.
yes, yes, you do.
Yeah.
But
Like words are in your passive memory
yes,
somewhere.
yes, you're
Mhm.
right. But it's like when I was learning Portuguese, and I'm not very good at it. But when I was
Mhm.
learning Portuguese, just I would stick to the same old words. However,
Mhm.
I think you are more advanced in your English than I am in my Portuguese. So all you need is just that little reminder, and
Right.
you will incorporate that into your sentences very easily because these aren't new words to you. It's just, oh yes,
Right.
do you know what Nigel has said? Avoid this. As I say, I don't think these are words outside of
Mhm.
your comfort zone. These, I said, at the start of our conversation, you can usually
Right.
tell within the first few minutes how good somebody speaks English. And I said, you sounded extremely good, extremely competent. So all I'm giving you is these words, and I'm sure after this video, you have an opportunity to come back and review, and you'll just think, oh, how do I put avid into a conversation next time
Mhm.
around? Although I'm a native English speaker, my best book, and I have plenty. I buy far too many books. Far too many. But my best book actually is the dictionary, because if I'm listening to
Ah.
something or if I'm listening on my phone, even as an English speaker, there will be
Mhm.
words which I haven't heard because there's people who have a different education to me, who they may be used to using a greater variety of words. So even as an English speaker, even as a French speaker or a Japanese speaker,
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
even in your language, there's going to be
Right.
words which don't always come to the fore. They don't always come to the front. But
Mhm.
this is why we, as I said, in my phone, as soon as I hear a new word, or if I'm reading The Economist, for example, and I
Uh-huh.
come across a new word, even doesn't matter that I'm English. I take no shame that I don't know a particular word because especially as a journalist will always try to find an out there word to insert into a column. So it should be no shame that you don't know every single word because we're never through with learning. So all I'm saying is, even as a native English speaker, as well as I speak, there's going to be
Mhm.
words which I don't use often, but I will try to have that little reminder. Nigel, what word did you read the other day which can supplement this word? Uh, the other day I was speaking to a friend, and I said to him, up to this point, and then I remembered a word which I used to love in university, heretofore, which means up to this point, here to for. It basically means the same thing up to this point. And so even though that word
Heretofore.
Yes. So even though that word wasn't like fresh in my mind, I had to delve back into my memory bank. So I completely hear you that these words aren't always at the front, but when you see it written down, you'll have that reminder. Oh, I don't want to say like I like reading. What can keen, avid. You already knew this word
Right.
anyway. So yes.
Yes.
That's that's why I'm here, just to give those little reminders. Yes, and assist.
Yes, and I totally agree with you that that we keep learning throughout our life
Exactly.
because no one is perfect. Even I come across a lot of words in my language which I don't know.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's and I read it somewhere that someone said this, that the more I know, I come to know how little I know.
Exactly, it's true.
That's the
It's,
same
it's
thing.
it's exactly true. I mean, this is the reason why. So I don't
Mhm.
drink, I don't smoke, but I spend my money on books because having that knowledge, you read all, you think you're intelligent, you think you're smart, then there's all of these books which you don't even have a minuscule of knowledge on a particular subject, and you realize, as you said, the more
Mhm.
all you know for certain is you know so little actually. There's
Yeah.
a book I read about an Egyptian former president, Anwar el Sadat. And one of the quotes I got in that book was saying that his nation, Egypt, has to be in a constant state of learning. Otherwise, we forget what we were taught in school. So he's just saying, we've always got to be in this process of